Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Josh Barr. In this video, I want to talk about what's it like driving on New Year's and the best time to make the most money driving on New Year's. Now, New Year's is definitely the biggest night to make money driving for rideshare, and it's also the most chaotic night to make money. And basically, a lot of drivers take off New Year's, and it's amateur hour for a reason in terms of people that normally don't go out. So there's an extra influx of riders, and there's less drivers to some extent because a lot of drivers take off on New Year's. So you have so much demand that you're guaranteed to make money, and there's no way you're not going to get requests. Now, with that being said, I would say the best time to make money driving on New Year's is actually from 5 a.m. till noon, January 1st. Why is that? Because unlike other Saturday nights, Friday nights, their New Year's people tend to party all night. There's a lot of after hour spots. There's a lot of house parties. People want to party till the sun comes up, type of thing. So normally on a Saturday night, if last calls at 1:30, they kick everybody out by 2 o'clock, and then everybody goes home. With New Year's, a lot of bars and clubs have a kind of extended hours, and people want to do the after parties and the house parties and party all night. So with that being said, there's also going to be a lot of walk of shamers around 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. in the morning. People need to ride home. Now, I've always been a night shift guy, and I would usually drive from 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. And that's what I did last year. And even though I still made the amount of money I wanted to make, I don't think that time frame is as efficient as the 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. And basically because there's just so much congestion and traffic chaos that I found myself canceling a lot of rides. A lot of people canceled on me. It took me 20 minutes just to get to a person. If I found myself downtown, it was 15-20 minutes just to get out of the traffic. So even though I made money, it was just too much traffic to really capitalize on the demand. So what happened to me last year was, before I get into that, is one of my hotspots has been downtown, and I couldn't even get there. It was like 4 or 5 blocks of standstill traffic. So I was kind of driving the outskirts. And one of the requests I got was at the Hilton. So I get the request, and I'm like, hey, I'll be there in like 15 minutes. Oh yeah, we're out here. So I get to the Hilton, and it looked like this party had let out. It was like 1:30 or 1 o'clock or something like that. And this party had let out, and there was like a line of cars on the parking lot. So I call him, hey, I'm over here at the Hilton. And, oh yeah, we're in the front. So with the flow of traffic, I get there, and I couldn't find them. So I go back around again, and I call him, hey, I'm over here, I'm in the front. Where are you guys? Oh, we're over here. And we could never find each other. And they cancel on me. So I'm like, oh my God, I just wasted 15 minutes getting here, and like 15 minutes kind of going around the parking lot, and I wasted 30 minutes and nothing. And I was so excited too, because it was like 200% prime time. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make money. And they canceled on me, so I'm kind of just sitting there, and I couldn't. It was just standstill traffic, and I was getting these requests, but I just turned my phone off because I couldn't get to the people. And I'm just sitting there, and this girl's like knocking on my window, the passenger window, and I look, and I roll the window down, and hey, what's going on? And she's like, you're a rideshare driver? I'm like, yeah, I'm a driver. I was here to pick up some people, but they canceled on me. And she said, oh, well, my phone died, and then my friend was trying to get an Uber, and the drivers keep canceling on them. Can you give us a ride home? And I was like, all right, cool. How many of you guys are there? And there's 6 of us. I was like, oh, all right, well, let's do it. So we had discussed that they were going to give me cash, which is illegal, but I'll get to that. So, they gave me some cash. I'm like, all right, I'll give you a ride. So The 3 couples jump in the car, and I drop them off at the house. And at the first house, 4 people came out, right? 2 couples came out, and they gave me some gas money, right? I think that's the politically correct word. They gave me some gas money, and then the other couple, the guy sat in the front. I was like, hey, look, during the ride he downloaded the Lyft app, so I'm like, download the app, whatever. All right, so request me. So I would come online. I came online, and as soon as I came online, I'd get a request, and it was like 15-20 minutes out. So I'd cancel, and then he would request, and he'd get another driver that was like 10 minutes out, and I would cancel it. So then we try to like coordinate at the same time. I would come online, and he would request, and we just kept getting mixed up with other people that were 15-20 minutes out, and it was like, so we did it like 4 or 5 times, and there was just so much demand, we couldn't, even though he was in the passenger seat, we couldn't link up. So at the end, he's like, you know what, man, it's late, I want to go home. There's the ATM where I live, and I'll give you some gas money, right? So I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we go to the ATM, he give me some money, and then I drop him off. So I still made money, and technically it's illegal to like accept cash and not go through the app. But at that point in time, what was I supposed? We tried going through the app, but because of the demand and the system, it just wasn't linking up. So the question is. It's not what I did, it's what are you going to do when you find yourself in that position? When New Year's is coming up, so that's something to think about. What are you going to do when you find yourself in that position? And, I was in the trenches, that's what happened. Or do you want to listen to a guy who's in an ivory tower telling you everything's going to be okay, right? So I'm telling you, what happened in the front lines. So then after that, traffic kind of died down. It was already like 2 o'clock or whatever. And then every request was like 15-20 minutes, and there were some where I was driving and people would cancel, and then there were some where people would wait for me. So it was still good. Now, I know a driver that drove from the 5 a.m. till 12, and once again, I think that's the best shift, because after that, people are still partying all night, and there's still people that got to go to work, people got to go to the airport, the walk of shamers, and there's just less traffic. So even if there's people 15-20 minutes away, you can get to them faster, and you don't get stuck in downtown, or you don't get bottlenecked like you do at that 10 p.m. to like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. Now, what else you could do is you drive, because New Year's falls on a Saturday this year. There's going to be a lot of day drinkers. So 12 p.m. to like 8-9 p.m. is an excellent time to be out there before the traffic builds up and before the amateur hour really starts. So you could kind of capitalize on that, and then you can skip the madness of the ball dropping and the traffic and reset your clock come 6 in the morning, and then head out there again. Like I said, like a lot of drivers take off New Year's, and then the drivers that wanted to make big money driving all night, they're already tired by the time the sun comes up. So you're just gonna kill it, man. I'm letting you know, because I know people are thinking, oh yeah, once New Year's the ball drops and people want to go home, I'm gonna make it's gonna be 10x surge, and I'm gonna make all this money. And the thing is, you're gonna cancel more rides than you can get to. People are gonna cancel on you just because you're stuck in traffic, and you don't want to do that mistake. And I remember that's what happened last year too. A lot of people. So that's the other thing. After New Year's, there's that 36-hour span of making money, the 31st in the morning of January 1st. After that, it's slow, man. Like, people spend all their money, and the rideshare companies have had a trend of lowering their fares come like mid-January, and it just becomes slow. So you want to make your money on the 31st and the morning of. So where I live right now in Texas, they don't have Uber and Lyft. If not, I would be out there just because I know I'm gonna make money. There's no way you're not gonna make money. But I remember that too, where last year, where like people were getting caught like in 5x, 8x, and with Uber, and it was costing them like $100 just to get home, and a lot of people didn't like that, so they kind of like said, "Oh, I'm never gonna use Uber again." And So it kind of like left a bad taste in their mouth. And I remember people were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that again," because it was like a plane ticket just to get home. But yeah, after New Year's, it's pretty much, you know, even if, like I said, I don't know if they're gonna lower the fares this coming year, but they've had a trend of lowering the fares. So, you know, if you don't make your money on New Year's, it's like it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow. Once again, you know, if you can make money from 5 to like 12, get out there. You know, there is money to be made. There is money to be made that 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. shift, but it's just chaotic. There's going to be 20 minutes out request. There's going to be so much traffic. You're going to be canceling a lot, and if you're playing the acceptance rating, yeah, your acceptance rating is you just forget about your acceptance rating. It's going to die. It's just going to go down. But I think the second best shift is probably 12 p.m. noon of the 31st to like 8 p.m. if you want to do that. So get out there, guys. Make money. Get out there. Let me know how it goes. Stay anabolic. I'll see y'all next time.